didn't I say in the current events, put your goals in the comments?
Yeah.
I got aired. Manoeuvring it.
I fitted his garage doors.
Yeah.
On his house, yeah.
When you actually watch it back and you think you can feel the emotion in the room, like
Not that I thought I liked him better than anyone else, but because
a whole load of Fijian, but not a side of Ginge. This is a bit of breaking news. I'm in the work. You went down it. No, you went down it. You went down it. I didn't. You did.
We should end it on a quote. You know what? I found a quote. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep it moving forward.
That's beautiful.
Let's do it. Let's go for
No,
it.
we're live.
Oh, this is it.
Yeah, that's just coming in. We're coming in like that. We ain't got. Hello and welcome to Fijian and the Ginge. I'm your host, Fijian.
We're not doing that no more.
No, we are doing that. We just But I don't mind just like, you know, when you like speak it for a bit and then you kind of just come.
You can just come
like,
into
it. But it's hard to do that when you've got a guest because it's kind.
knows who you are anyway. If you
Not-
can't tell the difference, one's a ginger rotten, one's fat.
Fiji.
It's out of order.
That's
There, and then you got a picture behind you.
Am I? The people? Put it in the comments. Is he a ginger ramen? Am I a fat Fijian? Put it in the comments. Leave it in the comments down below. That's what I mean. People ain't been commenting recently. Where's the comment? Drop them comments, man. We need some
have
fucking...
we actually ever had comments? I've never actually.
We have
looked at
had
the
comments, yeah. We had a really nice comment the other day on the Insta.
I seen that.
Post.
I did see that.
Craig Bloxham.
Yeah, that was nice.
Loved it. So thank you for that. That was,
Well, yeah.
When reading something like that is, to be fair, we've had a few messages.
I've had full-on fans coming up to me, people I don't know, and this is totally fucking legit. I'm not lying either. I've had someone come up to me in Tesco, asked me if I was famous. I said no, obviously, but he said no. But then he goes, "No, I'm sure I've seen you somewhere. Did you do a podcast or something?" And I said, "Yeah." And honestly, I've never met this geezer from Adam, and it was like, "Oh yeah, I've been watching it. It's really good. Keep it up." So. If people are watching it, we don't know.
I had someone come up to me in the gym as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
How did that go?
Just walked in the gym. Walked over to do just get some stuff. Had obviously the headphones on. Then he was walking over to me and took the headphones off. I was like, "Oh, we saying, mate, you're right." Because I thought he was going to ask how many sets you got or something like that. Because people do that in the gym.
Wait, do what in the gym?
You know, like say if you're on a machine or something, they'll come up and be like, "Oh, have you got how many sets have you got left?"
Well,
or something like
so
that.
they can get on the machine.
Yeah.
Oh,
You never been to the gym?
Not like that. No, not weightlifting.
We got to get this boy in the gym. But and he come up to me. He's like, "Oh, you do that that podcast, innit? The Fijian something." I don't even think he called it Fijian. He called it the Fijian something anyway. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, "Oh yeah, man, nah, I love it. I was speaking to Frankie and stuff like that. So that's good. I don't mind people coming up and stuff like that.
People seem to like it. People are obviously enjoying it.
It's for the people from the people.
Exactly. That's the whole idea behind it, really. But yeah, just recapping on season 1. I think it's been a good season actually, a good opening season. I think that
I've loved it.
I've enjoyed doing it. I think the response for it's been.
Let's intro in anyway.
Let's do it.
Hello and welcome to Fijian the Ginge. I am your host, Fijian.
I'm the co-host, the Ginge.
He reckons the cat right. People, please comment down below. Rain the cameraman reckons. Rain reckons that we don't need to do the intro no more because everyone knows who we are. I think that's stupid, personally. I think for new viewers,
I think so, yeah, because yes, say you just stumbled across this, right? Just surfing the net. I think if you're just surfing the net and you just stumble across us and and you're just bored and you're like surfing through YouTube, like I do it.
You have it in the name, Fijian and the Ginge.
Yeah, but they're not going to know who. Yeah, they're going to know one's obviously the ginger.
But who's the host and the co-host?
Like I don't know. Do I say Diaz the Fijian? I don't. Do I?
No, just
Or do I say I'm the Fijian?
yeah. I'm the host of Fiji, and I say I'm the co-host of the Ginge.
I think it's just good to start it off with that.
Yeah,
I like it.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
You
like
just stop putting it out there.
Yeah, you talk when you're not supposed to.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
The other day, it's filmed for season 2. You didn't want to ask. You had your time to ask a question. You just started shouting stuff out after.
Yeah, he did do that as well.
He did. Out of order. Out of fucking order, that is, if you ask me. No, but Season 1 recap, yeah, I've loved it. I've loved every minute, especially that euphoric moment. I remember when we were first speaking about what to like. Everyone kept saying, "Oh, you need to have a question. You need to have a question."
Yeah, that you
something like
asked,
that. You
yeah.
need to have something.
Yeah.
And when we come up with your most euphoric moment and stuff like that, to the actual reactions,
It's gone down a treat.
The most euphoric moment. I love it because when people are sitting there going in depth on their stories and stuff like that, I'm getting goosebumps because I feel like I'm in the moment with them, especially Gary.
Yeah, because you live it with them, didn't you?
Because Gary's one, because we could link the video in. When you watch that back and you're going through and that, I was just like, oh my god,
it's quality, that one.
Yeah, that one.
That one
was good.
Really good.
That was, and to be fair, it surprised me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know much about Athletics, so I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, I know him because he's my uncle, but I've never actually sat down and had a conversation with him about it.
Yeah.
In depth, or never asked him. So to have him on and to actually speak about him, speak about the injury, I didn't even know he had them. I know about the toes, but I didn't. But I didn't know about the other 2 injuries, and they were fucking big ones.
Well, I thought when you saying to me about he's been injured, I thought you meant the toes. I think
that's
what
what
you meant.
That's
toes.
what I did mean
when you told me it. When you originally said we were getting Gary Smith, and you were saying about he's had his toes cut off, but he's still a world masters champion at hurdles. I thought that's interesting because he's got no toes, but not no toes.
He ain't got completely.
He's got missing toes.
Yeah.
So I just thought that's quite interesting, but obviously there was more to the story.
No, that was good. That I enjoyed all of it. All of them in their own way, are obviously brilliant.
I didn't even know that story, and he's our uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I didn't.
I just thought it was just toes.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I didn't know he had the other 2 injuries. But someone said, I was speaking to someone the other day and asked them, they were like, yeah, that one for them. They were like, oh, I didn't think I'd enjoy one as much that with the person I didn't know. And they were like, I loved it. So,
really?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing of it. I think sometimes people, because if they don't know the person, they might not watch it. But then, like you said there, because they didn't know Gary, but then connect on it and really enjoyed it. That's a proper positive thing to come out with. Because obviously some people just watch the ones where they know the people, which is understandable.
Yeah,
but to have people watching stuff and not be expecting a lot, and then to come out of it and think that was fucking good. That's saying a lot about the podcast, in my personal opinion.
I think it's gone really well.
Yeah,
I think it's gone really well. I think we're grateful for everyone that's come on. To be fair, because people have come through their own time to talk about their own.
And you got to remember, they're not getting paid.
Nah.
Like, they're not getting paid. They're literally just coming on just because out of the goodness of their hearts.
Yeah,
really.
So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. But
yeah.
But say in your case, say one day if someone says to you like, "Oh, Ginge, you want to come on a podcast and speak?" Like, would you be like, "Oh, no, I need paying to come on"?
No,
you wouldn't, would you?
No,
because you're talking about yourself. Like, it's more of like a proud, like, I'd see it as more of a proud moment. Like, you get to speak about yourself. You get
to sit down and someone wants to ask you about you, which we've actually never had. I've never had to do anything like that. Not in front of a camera or anything. So like, yeah, I guess for that, it gives them that sort of like bit of like self-appreciation, I suppose, when they can sit back and actually go through their life and actually think, fucking hell, yeah, I actually have done a lot, however old they are, but obviously with some people their career isn't over.
Most of them as well. So that's what I mean. You're going to be getting world champs on and stuff like that.
Exactly. The thing is as well, like, I was saying this to Cara the other day, and when we filmed with can I say, you can cut this off? Can I say Ticey, or did that not?
No, say.
Yeah, you can say.
Yeah.
With Ticey the other day, and I was saying to Cara, like, or Frankie, because Frankie was in, I was chatting, and I said, the funny thing is, imagine in like this could happen, like the pair of them become world champions, and I can always say, and you can always say that I interviewed him or her.
Yeah.
And it'll always be on the...
Yeah, it'll always be on YouTube. It's never going nowhere.
Do you know what I mean? There's something cool about that.
Yeah, there is.
I sort of like that.
It is.
If they do, which honestly, I really hope they do, mate, could become world champions. Not for my benefit, that I can be like bragging and say I interviewed him or her, or done a podcast. Done a podcast with them, which I think is a really cool thing.
I think it's just because we like speaking to people.
Yeah, and it's interesting.
To sit down with like loads of different people and to go through their lives and ask them questions, like, it is nice. But yeah, that's obviously season 2. Yeah. She's actually gonna. This is like a little bit of breaking news. Like, she's gonna be the first. She's gonna be the first.
She's the opener for season 2.
So if people are thinking, oh, why should we tune into season 2? That's a reason.
And it's a really good pod. It's interesting.
Yeah. First female on the pod.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we don't discriminate.
We don't discriminate. obviously there hasn't been a lot of females really. I've
No.
thinking, but there could be more for season 2. To be fair, but it's all planned. It's nearly all done.
Really, what, season 2?
Yeah, like it's all planned out. Like
yeah.
obviously because we had an episode that was meant to come out on this season that it hasn't been cleared.
Yeah.
So that's going to roll on to season 2, which is a fucking...
I can't wait for season 2 because I feel like season 1 was just like a tester and a taste for it, and I feel like every single one we filmed. If you watch back, just because we're recapping, if you actually watch back to Jax, I mean, I think you could just see personally the nervous energy.
Yeah.
So much nervous energy.
It was.
And it's not, you can see as the pods go on, you get more and more
They
relaxed.
got better and better and better.
Just more and more. Well, I don't get me wrong, Jax is funny, and Jax is funny.
Jax is brilliant in his
is,
own way,
it
but
is.
I know what you mean. Like
There's a lot of nervous energy.
Yeah, little things from us, like speaking over people, and not knowing when to speak, or to let them explain things, or like you. But you're gonna learn that sort of
Exactly.
stuff.
And that's what I like about it, because
Yeah.
it is just so raw.
Yeah.
And it's very real, and that's what everyone says. It's real, isn't it? Like for example, when
Dickinson's
when
fucking
people-
real dick. No shower. But it is the Dickinson's real dick.
But like it is, isn't it? It's like there's no cut. It's uncut. Most of it's uncut. I mean, if someone has a balls up,
There ain't really any cuts
It's
in
not.
it. To be fair with the editing, it's just linking up the audio with the thing
With the video.
and maybe like because people probably won't know this, but the camera actually stops every 25 minutes.
Yeah,
That's why obviously
you got a cameraman.
cameraman's behind there because he's tapping it. So that little second, I have to like chop it out and make it kind of
Getting there, bang on though.
You ain't.
No, the last one I fucked.
You was.
I fucked up.
You was, and then Charlie come and done one, which obviously Charlie, I'm grateful. I'm not.
Did he fuck
moaning.
it?
It was awful.
Oh, no.
His things were like because Charlie had done one before. He done the Liam George one. He done it really good, and that's when we started doing it. We just started doing it because Charlie was like, "Can I put my hand? Shall I put my hand up?"
Yeah,
Every time, and we
yeah.
were fucking. No, you didn't. You didn't do that. You were doing it good until you had that week off, and Charlie done it, and then since you come back, it's not been great. You've done it through when people were talking about their stories and stuff like that, like
It's
just in the
hard to
middle.
time.
It is hard to time though. It is.
You're
Yeah.
running down for minutes, and you're like, when they're gonna stop.
Yeah,
talking,
yeah.
when
No,
they're
it
gonna
is.
stop-
It is hard.
the time's running
Yeah.
out.
To be fair, I'm sitting here saying it, but I don't know if I'd be able to.
No.
do it good. But you just make it work. But yeah, even like stuff like that, it's all been learning, like the editing, this, that,
Yeah,
linking
yeah,
it up,
yeah,
like
yeah.
getting the setup right. Like obviously it was taking us ages to set the room up the first.
Doing
couple
it in
times,
10
and now
minutes.
we're doing it in like 10 minutes. So
Getting used to it. That's why I'm looking forward to season 2. I think season 2 is going to be good.
like Jack Whitwell said, bigger on production, bigger on. I don't even know what you said.
This is what I mean,
He
though.
said
It's all-
something like that though, didn't he?
All
He said,
that-
but bigger on artist. I don't know. He said go back and watch it, but it was good.
That
Like,
was
what-
good.
Oh, this is.
You're growing, ain't you? Like you're just only gonna keep getting better. As long as you keep striving to get better, like it's a win-win.
Do you think from sitting and watching it from there that you can see an improvement in the...
Yeah. You're not, like you said, you're not as nervous. You're not over speaking with people, and that's your main thing. Other than that, once you got your questions, and that, it's pretty like you're letting them do the work. I don't know. You might come across someone though one time where you might have to dig a little bit.
Yeah,
deeper or
yeah.
Find ways. 'Cause some people are quite open, but I think it's a conversation. It's not like there's a crowd behind.
Yeah,
it.
no, it's true. Yeah, yeah.
It's just like you.
It's not like we're on the set of Ellen or something. Like Jimmy Kimmel, fucking something.
That would be odd, wouldn't it?
Bare hard.
'cause
Like
it's
imagine,
still-
like you know when you see that on TV and like you think like doing like a Jonathan Ross show, interviewing someone in front of a crowd of people.
Yeah,
I bet that's
They're
hard.
proper interviewers. That is like
I bet that's difficult.
you're an interviewer because that you've got to remember loads. I don't know if there's like a teleprompter and stuff, but I think even reading off a teleprompter is harder because when we done the trailers, I found that the hardest bit about this.
And most like
Because
part.
you're trying to read off a phone or something like that, or it was so hard, man. That was hard because you want to make it sound natural at the same time. You don't want to read off of it and it not sound natural because people are just going to be like you're reading off a screen.
But the thing is, if when you're reading, if we were just completely reading off the script, then it sounds like it's scripted.
Yeah,
So like it's about getting that fine. There's a
It's a
fine line
balance.
between having a script and then working off of the script.
yeah,
But then also following it. So then otherwise it's just mumbo jumbo. It's just like otherwise you got like you can hit the points.
Yeah, and if you're doing a little bit of homework about like the person, like you can sort of gauge where you want to go, or
Yeah, you can navigate around them.
you said, well, you got to find the questions, isn't it? You got to be good at finding it.
yeah. But channel updates.
Yeah.
For not even for season 2, but moving forward, the channel's name is going to change to the to the Curious Fijian because I'm going to be doing a lot more. Would you call it
journalism? 100%.
A lot more journalism, yeah. So a lot more out of like maybe like following like Frankie. I've already spoke to Frankie and stuff, like going into their camps and interviewing them there and like making little films and short films and following them around. And obviously I don't know how much time obviously my job's quite flexible at the minute, whereas you're kind of running the company for your dad at the minute as well.
Yeah.
So you're not as flexible. So but the podcast is still going to be through the channel. So it's going to be like the channel's podcast, would you say? Like
so the Curious Fijian, but he also hosts the Fijian
and the Ginge. You get that through the Curious Fijian, and
exactly.
obviously, and that. Yeah, it's all as one. Yeah. So and obviously even like with some of the interviews, like the post fight interviews and stuff, you might be there one day.
Yeah, because I'll be coming definitely, and then you can come and film them.
Because obviously if we called that the Fijian and the Ginge, and the Ginge was never there,
exactly,
people would be like,
"What's going on?" Yeah,
I got a whole load of Fijian, but no Ginge.
Exactly,
whole load of Fijian, but not a side of Ginge. But and the podcast is just going to be through that, and obviously the times you are free, you obviously get, because I'm looking at like for Gary's World Championships. Say I'm looking at like I might go over to Finland. This is a bit of breaking news. I'm in the works. I'm planning some stuff because I'm thinking of going over to Finland, filming some stuff and doing like a interview with him straight after he's done the World Champs. Like following the people we've had on, because you kind of build a connection with these people. Like Danny McGowan. I've never met him. This is the first time I've ever met him. He's come on, and you've kind of had a moment. It's a bit of a moment. It might sound a bit weird, a bit soft, but I'm saying it. But you build a bit of a moment with people.
You sort of get a connection because you're diving into their sort of like psyche, and then they're pouring out
their heart. They're going deep. Like they're talking about things that are deep and things that affected them, and it's like
exactly.
And now it's just like you just want to follow their journees and stuff, and obviously.
I really liked Dan McGowan as well.
Yeah, I did.
I thought he was really sound. I thought he was. Not that I thought he was. I liked him better than anyone else, but because I didn't really know. I literally
it's because we didn't know him, so we didn't. You don't know what to expect.
I knew what he was doing. But I had never met him personally, but. Yeah, I was quite pleasantly surprised actually.
Yeah,
I thought he was a nice geezer.
And I never actually spoke to someone like in depth about Muay Thai and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was good. It was interesting.
Martial arts, whereas like when it's brutal. So brutal.
Fucking brutal.
Yeah, Thai see you the other day.
I generally thought she only started boxing like 2 years ago. 3 years ago. I didn't know she was doing it when she was young. Yeah, like so it's mad for me. That's what I mean. Everyone's got a story.
Yeah,
everyone has got a story, and I've noticed that most of these people, especially the sportsmen, they've all have like weird setbacks, haven't they? Like every single one of them has had a setback. Why is that?
I just think that's life. I think everyone has setbacks, but obviously
because what they do is under the microscope.
Yeah, when you're under the microscope, it's a bit. But people look outside. If you see someone doing well or successful or whatever, you would. Or like, for instance, you see someone with like a really good family, like they've got a really good family. Like, say someone rich, for example, you went to school with someone, they got a really good family, they're in private school, this, like that. But when you dive deeper behind the scenes, every single person has their own issues and their own problems, and they deal with things in different ways and stuff like that. That's why there's not been one person that's sat on this chair next to us who hasn't had some sort of had some hard time or some sort of setback, because nothing goes up in a straight line. It doesn't. Even the stealth goes up and it comes down. Everything that goes up must come down. It does. But even like me and you, for example, like we've had things in our life. Everyone has these things, and someone's like I seen it on Joe Rogan actually. He had some woman on who got wrongly accused of murder, and she went to prison for 4 years. And she said, and she said,
4 years she'll never get back.
She went to prison for 4 years in Italy. They weren't in America, so she was an American exchange student in Italy, and she went to prison for 4 years. And I think it's Amanda Knox. I think her name's Amanda Knox.
Right.
And she's got a Netflix thing, and she had Joe Rogan had her on, and she said people used to always say to her like, "How did you deal with going to prison? Like, if I went to prison wrongly, because I don't know, I wouldn't be able to deal with it." And she's like, she said something like, everyone's hard time is only as hard as they know, sort of thing. Like, your hardest thing you've ever had to do in your life might be your Xbox broke for a week, but that's still your hardest time.
Yeah.
Hardest, like my hardest time might be like I lost an arm, but they're still kind of parallel in the way of you don't know no harder time. So that is your hard.
So in your mind,
it was super hard because it's been your hardest time.
That's a good way. That's a good way of looking at it.
I don't know what I was even fucking talking about. I don't know. I just rambled on. I don't know what the fuck was I talking about.
I don't even know.
Everyone.
I don't even know.
Everyone.
I know what he was talking about.
yeah.
I can't remember what we were talking about.
Everyone having a hard time, basically, and a story behind
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's what we're saying about everyone had a setback.
Yeah, and that's why I just
And
love
that is
talking
life.
to these people. To be fair, and people want to get it off their chest. Like Frankie, for instance, like he texted me
that was an emotional
after we
one.
done. Oh, mate, I felt you when you actually watch it back and you think you can feel the emotion in the room.
Yeah.
Like, and
That was super emotional.
he said to me after he texted me, and he was like, "I'm so glad, like I was allowed to come on there and speak and like get it off my chest and like talk."
It's
like,
good for
and people
people.
love it. People like doing it. So if we can, if people want to come on and use it as a counselling session or not a counselling session.
To a
If we're gonna
certain
listen, it
to a
is. It kind
certain
of is.
extent,
Yeah.
It is.
And
obviously.
I'm happy for that, and I'm happy for the people doing well. But yeah, back to the channel thing. So the channel's name will change to that, but be home of of Fijian and the Ginge podcast, which will still be coming out weekly in season 2. I think it's going to be a 3-week break. So from this episode airing, there'll be 3 weeks until Ticey's episode comes out in season 2. But I'm still going to release some stuff. I think I'm going to go through and find the best bits and make 2 videos out of that, just so people still have something to watch. Why we're not actually
just what like a 10-minute of like. Well, you know what we should do as well. I was thinking this the other day. We should do like a season 1 completion, like a recap, and get all of the funniest or not just the funniest, but the best moments.
Yeah, that's
And
kind
clip
of
it down into
yeah.
like a 10-minute.
Yeah,
video.
that's kind of what it's
and
gonna,
like a recap of.
Yeah, it's
going to
be like season 1
the
best
funniest,
bits.
Best bits.
Yeah, and
and
I'm hopefully gonna try and make it like an hour or something and half it.
Yeah.
So 1 week it'll be 30 minutes. 1 week.
Yeah, and it's
or-
still the best
Or 45.
From
So
all, how many pods is it?
it's been
7?
including this one. It'll be 8. I don't know
8.
how much of this one will be in it, but 7. 6,
That's what I mean. You could split
6
all the
guests.
best bits across it, and it'd be fucking
So
hilarious.
over 7 episodes, if you've had 6 guests that have been an hour each, you'll easily get an hour out of it. But do something like that, and I think the YouTube, the Instagram name might change as well to that, because I don't want to separate the Instagrams.
No.
I'd rather keep it under one
name.
thing.
Because all it is it's just the curious Fijian, but he's also the host of the Fijian and the Ginge podcast.
Yeah, and
That's as simple as I can make it for you. Just because obviously I'm just a co-host, it's mainly Diaz's thing. But obviously I'm involved in it, so he's going to be under his thing. But
but then it's still kind of both of our things as well, because the podcast is still going to be on there. So yeah, we can go down and then if you've got any more free time,
it's a way of just expanding out. It's a way of expanding the name and the format.
Hours in Barcelona or something.
Yeah, just broadening the channel name and not having it under just like a podcast.
And the thing is, it just means we can go
Yeah.
like what Reem was saying. We can go, and if we was to go on holiday, like we've been on the
Film
past,
it.
and we can film stuff and
Fijian
vlog
and
it,
Ginge abroad or something,
and
like
we
that.
can post it.
Yeah.
Just allow to not be so like channeled in just into doing a podcast. It means we can branch out into other sort of aspects of YouTube or vlogging or whatever you want to call it, really.
Yeah.
Just trying to grow and get bigger and get the name out. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah,
It's just basically allowing us to explore other avenues.
Yeah.
Is the best way to describe it.
I don't want to say better than expected, because I did think it would go well. From the feedback we were getting beforehand, but I could have never expected how all the conversations would have gone. And I think all the conversations, like some of them were, like I said about Gary's, like I didn't know what to expect with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Danny McGowan's, even Liam George's, like people brought wisdom. Like Liam George, he's quite a wise head, so he brought a lot of wisdom. So I didn't expect all the conversations to go like that, or how we would like be able to handle the conversations and steer it one way and this. Because to be fair, there's a lot. When I used to watch podcasts, I was thinking you just sit there and talk shit for an hour. But there's actually a lot that goes into like the planning of the episode, like not planning the episode out, but like having like points where you can go back to, because like you said, people do go, you can go on a rant, but you need to bring someone back to like what you're talking about, sort of thing.
It's got to be some sort of structure.
Yeah.
There has to be structure. Like there's it seems like it's easy. I've said this before, I'm sure, but And it's even just like when a camera's on you and when you know you've got a mic listening to you, and then to have a conversation, you might just think it's just having a conversation, but honestly, it does take time. I think over season 1, I mean, I'm definitely much more used to it now, like we were just saying earlier. But it is harder than it looks. I think, to be fair, all the conversations, all the people we've had on, the conversation has just flowed. I don't think there's been any point where I've sort of been struggling. I don't think, or you've been struggling. I think has been quite fucking natural.
Yeah.
Which is always good. If it's natural, if you can get it as natural as you can, then I feel like it's more people will enjoy it more because it just doesn't come across as false or forced.
Comfortable for the
exactly
person coming on.
Exactly
Stuff like that. But people at home, what's been your best bits, best takeaways? Leaves, mate. Didn't I say in the current events, put your goals in the comments?
Yeah,
I got aired. I forgot I said that. I'm trying to engage with the people, and the people are just shrugging me off. Did you forget about that?
I forgot about that.
Mate, I said that, didn't I? Even when we put a Q&A out when we were going to do the Christmas special, everyone just aired it.
Yeah, I didn't even fucking look out for them comments. I've completely forgot. I'm a fucking nightmare though. For stuff like that.
But yeah, what's your best takeaways been like? What ones have you enjoyed? What ones surprised you the most?
I would like to know.
Even if you're not commenting it out, like send us a message, DM the channel or something like that, and just let us know like what ones did you enjoy? Like what would people want to see more of, or who could we get in, or anyone that you might know that we don't know that you think would be a good watch? Then just let us know, and we can try and
get them on.
Yeah, get them on. But obviously, there's some massive guests for season 2.
Yeah.
A lot of boxers. There's a lot of boxers, man, in Luton. Loads.
It's a fight in town.
It must be because, like, what's that? Frankie, Jordan, Ticey, Dan. And I'm not going to name the other person, but we got someone else coming on. That's 5. And I'm trying to space them out, so I'm not putting boxer. I'm trying to, like, chuck a few curveballs in between.
We have got someone in between that, but we're just waiting for it to be finalised.
Yeah. There we go, the cameraman.
He's in the Olympics.
That's wicked. And what was you just saying?
I said that we've also got a massive guest coming up. We're just waiting.
Oh, that one.
Because of the size of this guest, not to get anyone overexcited with it, this has to go through different people.
Yeah, I don't just want to put it out.
We can't.
I've done it for a few people. Like even Jordan, was like, "Can I see it before?" And I sent it and I've put it up and he's seen it and stuff like that. Just because people don't, because you forget what you said in the thing.
Yeah.
Like you forget what you've even said. Like I go through an edit and I think, fucking hell, was we talking about that? I don't remember that. I do not remember fucking speaking about that. And you do forget what you said. So people do want to see it, but obviously because of obviously he's busy and stuff like that. We're just working a few things out. I don't want to keep badgering him and pestering him and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that is
but it is massive. It's edited. It's filmed. It's ready it's fucking ready.
I haven't actually seen this one back myself, and
mate,
I need
even
to watch
editing it. It takes me back to like when we were actually speaking to him, asking questions. Like I get goosebumps.
Can I watch this? No, I clip of it after. I just want to watch it.
Oh yeah.
Have you not seen it?
Yeah, no, he ain't seen it. I don't want to ruin it for you because when it comes out, you'll be like,
I can't remember it.
I can
remember bits of it.
Oh no, it was good. It was very good.
Like it's like you'd be pinching, but I was pinching myself.
Yeah, it was just fucking random.
And the thing
How the fuck did we manage? Like, it's so random that he even come on, that we got him on.
I know
it's so random, bruv. Like, and it's
it was
just
sick though.
Oh, it was mate. It was for 2 fans of the.
And the thing is as well is that that was what the second one. The second was that the second one we filmed.
To get a person like that.
It was the 3rd one you filmed.
That was the third. The third one I'd filmed, and I'd obviously never met this person before. I think you'd only met him a handful of times.
I literally met him like once or
and
twice. Just broad conversations.
It was mad.
Just saying to him like, "Did you fancy coming on? Like, this is what we got going on."
It was.
And I'm glad he come on. To be fair, now
he was
actually,
quality as well.
Yeah, now he actually is a really nice person. To be fair.
Yeah, he is. He's so sound.
We got that coming up. But a little bit of football.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it's Derby day today, so I'm hoping I can get back in time for that.
No, you will. What is it now? 2:30.
So it's just Chelsea Spurs. Should we do some score predictions? What do we think the score will be today?
Chelsea been bad recently.
And then we can see, 'cause this will come out and we'll see if we got it right.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea will win I think Chelsea will win 3-1.
3-1. That's not bad. What, Chelsea, where is it at?
It's at... I think it's at Spurs.
I'll check.
I'm pretty sure it's at Spurs.
Because it all depends.
It got
but
postponed, didn't it?
that game is a feisty game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I can't wait.
Spurs haven't been bad, to be fair, but they played each other the other day, didn't they?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I'm going to go for a... It's at Chelsea.
It's at Chelsea.
I'm going to go for a 1-1
1-1.
or a 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1.
But I think 1-1. I think
if Spurs score first, it'll be either 1-0 or 2-1 Chelsea. If Chelsea score first, it'll be 3-1.
Chelsea haven't been great recently.
No.
But neither like Tottenham.
And Spurs had a good win, didn't they, midweek against
Who else we got? We got a few. Oh no, that's the only. All of the other games.
Hang on a minute, just talking about football. Can we just talk about Luton Town?
Yeah.
Against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Fucking
Massive.
Talking about football, we just completely forgot about that.
Going for it.
Look, we're looking for a promotion.
Well, we
push,
ain't.
aren't
No,
we?
but then we lost to Sheffield United at the weekend.
Yeah, but
so-
I think I saw a thing from what's his fucking name? Not great. Nathan Jones.
Yeah.
And he was saying something like, this might be wrong, but I'm sure he said, like, if you'd have told him today, he'd have taken 6 points out of them 3 games, like Sheffield United, Bournemouth, and I can't think of who the other one is. He'd have bit your hand off for that.
Yeah. No.
Like,
Yeah. No.
6 points
yeah.
out of a possible 9 against them teams. And
Yeah,
you laugh.
To be no, we're over. I don't want to say overachieving because we got a good team and he is a good manager. But you would have said it if you asked any Luton fan, where would you like be happy finishing?
Just staying up.
You'd have said staying up. Just stay up.
Because last season we just managed to stay
Just
up.
manage to stay up. Just stay up. Just don't go down. Then you won't lose your players because the Championship wage and the League One wage is a massive drop.
Yeah.
Massive, and that's
And
what
a lot of your players will get sold, and then,
because
you got to rebuild.
Because you can't afford to keep the wages. You can't afford to pay the wages, so you have to sell the players. And then if you can't sell the players, you're paying out all these wages. That's how you just go back into financial thing. And to be fair, with Luton's budget and how Gary Sweet has been like manoeuvring it,
I fitted his garage doors.
Have
Yeah,
you?
on his house, yeah. I did fit his garage doors on Gary Sweet's house, yeah.
Maybe we got to get the man on.
I could get him on.
Maybe that's a question. I would love to do him like Nathan Jones. I would love it.
actually
Because
could
how
get
do you
Gary
get
Sweet on.
involved with even running a football team? Like, how have you managed to like get involved?
I could probably get him on.
Yeah,
I've got
it's
his
worth a
number.
conversation.
I've got his number in the office. I probably could text him.
Humble brag. Yeah, you don't ask, don't get. Yeah, we'll speak to. We'll speak to his people. We'll try work something out.
Well,
That'd be a good one. Nathan Jones would be a fucking. Oh my god.
How do we go about getting these? Do you have to DM them?
Don't know.
Because does he have an
No,
agent?
because they're not gonna reply to a DM, are they? Do you reckon? I don't think they would.
I've already get DM'd a lot of bullets.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, but we'll try. Oh, that would be good. That would be good because that's a business side of it as well. I'd love to know.
I could definitely try and
But
get his number.
we'll figure that out. But yeah, Luton Town, they're doing. And to be fair, if they do, obviously lost at Sheffield United. If they do beat the teams in and around us, like
and they've got a couple of games in hand.
If you beat your QPRs, your Stokes, your Middlesbroughs, anyone around that top 6, you got a good chance of getting promotion.
Yeah, and with the game, we've got 2 games in hand.
But selfishly, you got Watford probably coming down. Are you? Do you want to go? Like, fair enough. To be fair, going into the Prem, you'd want to go into a Prem, but then you missed that Watford game again. Last year, it got taken away from us because there was no fans in the ground.
There's nothing I want more than to go to Vicarage Road.
Oh, mate, that would be goosebumps.
I think I actually was watching. I say I was watching years and years ago. I was watching Soccer AM, and they were talking about the most hostile atmospheres in football. Luton Watford got voted the most hostile atmosphere. Over like Millwall, West Ham, and
Jesus.
everything.
Do you know what
Watford.
It's because it never happens. So when it does happen, it's like huge. Yeah, that would be big. I want to watch that.
Trying to get tickets for that, I wouldn't even get a ticket. Like if I couldn't, I'd still be going up to Watford anyway, even if I couldn't get a ticket for the game. But then the thing is, the police would you'd be in like be difficult trying to get into pubs.
Well, they done
like
it even when they were playing beforehand last year. The police, anyone like they check.
Well, they know. I mean, they know it's gonna.
You get fined and go home, even if you weren't. Like, obviously, there was no one at the ground.
Yeah,
you weren't allowed to be in Watford.
That's what they probably do.
But But how are you going to do that for people just going to the boozer and that?
Because they'll say if you want to go and watch it in the pub, you should stay in Luton or Dunstable and watch it there. I suppose they don't want really travelling fans without tickets causing trouble outside in and around the stadium.
Yeah, I don't know how much trouble there would be, to be fair, but the atmosphere-wise, it would be
Fucking brilliant.
That's a one in a lifetime sort of game as well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because hopefully, that's the only thing that would make me not want Luton to go up if Watford were to come down.
Yeah.
But it'd just be sod's law, wouldn't it? That Luton would go up and Watford would come down.
Then the next season, Luton would come down and Watford would go back up.
And it'd just be long.
But then at least if Luton went up, you'd get your Man United.
Imagine that.
Chelsea.
United coming down to the Kenny. That'd be
Arsenal's like... we touch on Man United.
Pep Guardiola.
Kenilworth Road. Are you still a Man United fan? What are you? QPR, Man United?
No, we're not. We're not support Luton.
No, yeah, we're Luton fans, but
Man United, like, you know, when you're younger and you, like, yeah, everyone has like the Premier League team.
Yeah, you still do now because people still support
follow
like, Chelsea and a Luton.
Yeah, like, I'll still like watch United. But I'm more when QPR were in the Premier League, just because most of my family are from Queen's Park. I would rather QPR win over United. But I I would say I fully United. I used to have all the kits when I was younger, but I don't fully United. But I still watch the games. Yeah.
But what's going on there, mate? They scraped another win yesterday. Like a win's a win. A West Ham, to be fair, that's a good win.
That's a very good win.
But they just like shit. They're just not playing well.
You know what it is? It's everyone thought it was Ollie. Obviously
We're just interrupting this podcast for a quick sponsorship break. This sponsor is a sponsor we use ourselves. You don't get the best logos or thumbnails unless you head over to our brother at Ollie D Graphics on Instagram. He does everything, ranging from logo designs, illustrations, animations, and much, much more. Head over to his Instagram, shoot him a little DM, say the Fijian sent you, or the Ginge. He might even chuck in a little extra. With excellent customer service, brilliant pricing, it really, really is a no-brainer. All his links are in the description, whether you're watching this on YouTube or listening to us on Spotify. And now we get back with the pod. Thank you.
Everyone thought it was Ollie, so they got rid of him. But then the thing is, like when I was watching the Punisher, when you put a new manager in, and the team still doesn't even look like a different team. It looks like the same team that was playing under Ollie. Then you've got to start looking at that dressing room.
I think it is the dressing room, and when you
can't have two separate managers and they're both under two same managers. They're doing the same things. That's when you got to look at that dressing room and say something's not fucking right.
It ain't.
And I watched an interview that Ronaldo done. Probably a few of you probably watched it. It was on YouTube on the Sky Sports YouTube channel, and he was saying about like there's a bad mentality like in the club that needs to be changed and stuff like that. So there's obviously issues in that dressing room.
There is.
And did you watch the game the other day? I think it was a couple of weeks ago. And Rashford just looked like he didn't want to be there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Rashford.
There's something going on in his head. Yeah. He don't look like this. He looks like he doesn't want to be there every week. It's obviously something going on there.
There's something deeper than the managers. There's something in the club.
Yeah, there's something on it. There's something going on. 100%, 1,000,000%.
I don't know if it's like, but then are we just in this era now or not? Yeah, are we just in the era of players where like young kids getting paid hundreds and hundreds of thousands, and you kind of take away that mentality and that drive and that winner's mentality
because they don't need it.
Because if you look at a Liverpool, their wage structure, like if you're not a senior player, you're not earning 200 grand.
That's how it should be. And
that's why, obviously, they're in the cahoots with Salah at the minute, because he wants... He said he's not asking for anything, like, massive, but he wants, like, 200-300, like, I think 300.
But he's worth
won't give it to him. They're not giving it to him because they don't want to break the wage structure. But if you look at Man United, you've got, like, Rashford on 200, Sancho on 200. Like, and he's a kid.
Jadon Sancho, like, what's happened to... What's...
I just don't think he fits in the like, Man United's... You know, some people just don't fit in a certain style of play, which he could maybe under the right manager. I just don't think he fits in under Ollie's style of play and under this manager.
It's crazy. He's in one of them...
He's got Donny van de Beek as well.
I'm concerned about that, is that...
Do you reckon there's just too many players for the team?
I don't know.
Too much talent.
I don't know.
Is it too much talent? It's just not working. It's obviously there's something wrong.
It's not working. That's
No.
facts.
Donny van der Beek.
But he's such a good player as well. Because when I watched him in the Champions League for Ajax against Chelsea and that, I was like, this guy, someone in the Prem needs to pick him up. He is that good. And since he's been at Man United, I don't even think he's played that bad. He just hasn't had the chances.
He hasn't had a run in the team.
And apparently, like, I was watching Rio Ferdinand's podcast and that, and apparently he's, like, obviously he's talking to people at the club and he's like, apparently his attitude's still spot on. Working hard, still wants to get in the team. And he's been fucking done dirty.
Jadon Sancho's gonna same with him. I think he's gonna if he carries on like you see when I remember when Man City used to like do it. They used to like buy these players like Scott Sinclair for example. He was a really good player. I think he played for I can't remember who he played, but City bought him and then he just vanished.
Played for Swansea. He was so good for Swansea. Yeah.
And he just vanished.
He did.
City bought.
It does happen to people.
And then they'll just vanish, and then suddenly they'll be playing. He'll be playing for someone like Jadon Sancho. Will be playing for Southampton. And his career's just gone.
Because some people need to be the star, the sort of star man. You need to feel wanted. You need to feel like one of the main people in the team. And I just think in that Man United team with the players who's there, he's not one of their main people.
But
in the team.
Borussia Dortmund,
in Borussia Dortmund, he was one of the main people in the team, and everyone wants to feel loved. Like it doesn't matter what you're doing. It feels nice to feel wanted, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it probably just doesn't feel like his team at the minute because he's not making the impact he wants. But I still think he'll come good. And to be fair, to jump from Germany to England, it's going to take him a bit of time. And the state that Man United's in, it's not like he's come to like a stable club and like a Liverpool and he's got time to gel and the manager's bringing him in and out and working on him. He's at a fucking unstable club. They've sacked one manager. The other manager's in. He's not even the permanent manager.
Yeah, it's all
It's
weird,
all a
isn't
fucking
it?
mess.
It's fucking weird.
It probably was not the right move.
No.
To be fair, if you're looking at it,
Should have held on.
But it's all hindsight, isn't it?
It is all
Yeah,
hindsight.
it's hindsight.
It is all hindsight. Right.
We got 40 minutes. Rain. We got a little rain segment.
We've got a rain segment from you.
You want to give us your crypto takes or?
And it is time for rain segment.
Here he is.
Okay.
So what rabbit hole are we going down?
You want to sort this out?
Shit. Is it working?
Yeah, it's on.
You're lock and loaded, mate.
You broke it.
It's like a guitar playing banjo. But what have I been reading today? You remember watching the Elon Musk documentary on
Netflix.
Nah, not documentary. He's a podcast on the Rogan. He was talking about the brain. What?
I gave me a panic attack one of his podcasts on Rogan. I swear to God, right
Why?
now, I watched one of his podcasts
So
on Rogan.
saying like this is a simulation.
I think it was his first one, talking about all these mad shit, man, and I had to go to the window and just start breathing because I nearly had a minor panic attack.
It's like you can feel him speaking.
I was like,
he's speaking.
I was there and I couldn't really breathe. I was like,
What was he
panicking
speaking
myself.
about?
I can't
You need to
remember.
watch it,
Yeah, you have to
man.
watch
He's
it. I
on
can't really
some
remember.
big-
He's
you know what
talking
it
some
is? He's
fucking
just
mad shit.
He's just 10x, isn't he? He's just not here.
But yeah,
What do you mean he's
talking-
10x?
He's 10x, isn't he?
His mind's not fucking here with us. He ain't got a normal mind like me and you. Like,
remember,
he's so
doing
ahead of
SpaceX,
everything.
Tesla,
So
he's got
ahead of
other
everything.
companies that he's doing. He's trying to go to Mars and shit. Like he's on other shit. He's got this is what I was gonna say. Remember, he was talking about the Neuralink, and they was talking about putting the chip in your head, and like if you had like Alzheimer's or
Basically, let me just give a bit of context for anyone listening or watching, or Liam, for example, who
Grab a
hasn't
green
seen
tea.
it. He's basically saying that in the next 5 to 10 years, that people will be able to speak without speaking. Like people with like diseases, like and stuff like that, they'll have a neuralink in their head and they'll be able to communicate without speaking.
Fucking hell.
Shit like that, basically, innit? It's for like people like.
Yeah. But they're saying the same thing. Like if you have like fits or something like that, like it could just turn a switch and it'll stop you from like fitting out and that. But they've been testing it out, I think, on monkeys and pigs.
Is it
I
worth?
think. Well, I was reading something today, and they're saying they're a step closer to testing it on humans.
Mate,
But we're not far away. He did say, when did that come out? Like last year?
Yeah.
No, the year before.
He said 5 to 10 years, I
and
think.
he said 5 years. It should be like getting tested in that.
And that's when Oi, have you ever seen this thing about are you an alien sort of man?
Yeah.
You are, so.
I am. Yeah.
Oi, have you seen that thing on Rogan? And there's something that happened in South Africa, I think, where all these kids, something come down, and all these kids were speaking to these aliens, and they all had.
Fuck off.
I swear to you right now, I'll get it up after this. I can't remember what it's called, but and all these kids were speaking to these aliens, and they all had the same story after. Like, they all had the same description. All these kids had the same description and the same thing. They said it was like they were being spoken to without someone speaking to them. And they were like, what kind of feelings did you get and stuff like this? And they said the feelings like they got from it was they were saying something about technology. Don't use technology, or don't go too far with technology, or something like that. And yeah, you have to watch it, search it up. I don't know what it's called.
That's fucking weird,
That's
isn't it?
why you find these, like, when you watch these tech people and that, you find them like weird. It's just because it's like they're so far in the future.
Yeah.
so advanced.
Yeah, they're so we're just behind, man. They're just so in it, like, because you can see when he's speaking, it's like you can just see him, like, you're looking at him and he's just thinking,
it's like he's
and then
thinking
he's
about,
talking,
yeah,
and he's
101
thinking.
things.
Yeah, like scary, man.
You see the pig's heart?
Huh? The pig's
Yeah.
heart.
You know, someone the other day got a pig's heart
Yeah, but they put a pig's heart
in a transplant, and he got a pig's heart instead of
and
a
it's
human's
all
heart.
working, and
it's working.
And they've been saying it for years, apparently. That's what my dad
A
was
fucking
saying.
pig's heart.
The world's gone fucking mad, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but if it works,
If it works, then that's
'cause you
fine,
can
but it's
breed pigs
fucking
and
mental.
have hearts, even though that's not really weird. But you're gonna eat them fucking porkies anyway, ain't you? So.
Yeah, do you know what? That is sick, though, isn't it? That they can
But
do
if
that.
it-
They're very
can
dirty
work-
animal, though.
Huh?
You know, they're a very dirty animal, though.
Well, no, it's only dirty it depends how they like getting looked after and that. They will just eat anything, but a lot
Yeah.
of them depends what farm and that they're
Yeah,
on.
true,
innit?
Josh, very
Like,
true.
what you feeding it? What's is it same for his what was I was watching another thing the other night about his rockets or something. Like, he just gets like massive 3D printers and they print the rockets. Have you ever seen a 3D printer?
Nah.
Like, you ever seen on TikTok or something where they get these like mini 3D printers and they print out things. They print out little sculptures. I was watching one about the rock, and it's like this machine, and it just goes do 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 do, and it creates something. But they can do that on a massive scale with rockets, where they set up these massive 3D printers and they literally just print them out.
That's just a waste of, like, something. What would it print it out in, like plastic or something?
No, metal.
Metal.
Yeah, it's a proper printer. Like,
You
prints
can't just
out-
print metal out.
Prints
And
out-
that's- and they use that
I
as the
swear
rocket.
down. Yeah,
And they use that, what they've printed out,
yeah.
they
The
use
whole
it as the
the
rocket.
base of the whole rocket, they can 3D print.
Are you listening to this? It's
You're
not.
not
It's not
seeing.
welded or
Hold on,
nothing.
hold
They
on.
just print it out.
I'll ask my apprentice at work because he's super into all that sort of shit.
Is he?
Yeah, he's well into like SpaceX and all that, which is Elon Musk's
Yeah.
like thing.
Just 3D metal printer. It was built by relativity space.
Yeah, but I don't know how much we can, like, listen to it and talk over it, because it'll be copy. We'll get.
Nah, you're not gonna. I'm just saying it's there. Like the 3D
So
printer.
it is on there. So if people that are listening, he's just
listen,
showing us a
you wanna have
video
look at it,
of
search it up online. It's there. You got Google. Boom.
what is the video called? He's showing us a video of.
It's called the
3D
genius of
printers.
3D printing.
Yeah.
Printed rockets.
That's fucking just mental.
But that's what they're saying. They can go all over now and just print rockets. But that's how like.
Well,
there's there's
Elon Musk
much-
is trying to get us off Earth. Yeah,
Yeah.
he wants to get us off Earth.
But you got to remember, like when NASA and that were doing it, they're only supplied a certain amount of funds, so they never wanted to waste their resources on paying for things because it's obviously taxpayers' money. We're paying for that.
Whereas he's private.
Where he's doing that.
He's
all of his own-
self-funded.
Yeah, so he's like, yo, I'm going big. It's same for Jeff Bezos. He's trying to go to the moon. He's bare close to that, having people and that go to the moon and that, and he wants to like, live on little stars and stuff like this.
They are trying to get us off Earth.
It's scary, though, isn't it?
They reckon.
I think we've had our day in it, man. We've obviously
We've fucked the
seen
planet
from
up. The planet's
from
fucked.
Well,
Yeah.
but they
Planet's
say
fucked,
Yeah,
isn't
but
it?
they say we fucked.
All the animals that have gone extinct.
Yeah,
since
but
we've been
they
here,
say we
fucked it.
probably have fucked a bit of things up, but at the same time, how fucked was the world getting without us as well?
Naturally.
Yeah, naturally, like just naturally changing because the world's always changed. There's always been natural disasters or this or that. So how much of the world's actually changing and how much have we actually changed? They probably don't know that. They probably couldn't tell us that. Well, they
So-
might, but I don't think.
So
I don't think they know,
would you
do
would
they?
you
It's a
say
good
that you're
question.
No, it is a good
would
question.
you say
to
that
ask.
you're a global warming denier? You don't think it's real?
I'm not a glutton. Listen, don't get me on that, mate. I don't, like blocking the roads and that. I think you're a bit mad. But obviously, they've got to make a stand. So if they
You have to
actually
do something
yeah, if they feel
extreme,
that,
yeah.
if
But
they
did you not
feel
hear that story
positive,
though about fucking that bloke was driving his mum or something or his nan to the hospital,
Yeah.
and the road was blocked, and because they couldn't get to the hospital, she died. If they weren't in the road, she'd have got to the hospital in time, and she'd have survived.
Offense, yeah, but
I'd have fucking.
No, but yeah, that's what I mean. Like they have got to make a stand, but surely there's better ways to doing it than blocking. Like because all you're doing.
I know. What
Yeah, but you're
saying,
upsetting.
I don't think they're actually. You have to do something drastic.
Go glue yourself to Parliament or something.
True,
you know what I mean?
You could take it out on who?
You're taking it out on normal
the
people.
normal average Joes ain't going to be out. Like we can make
And
the
you're
change.
turning people against
but
you.
They're all pensioners as well.
But we're not really going to make the change. It has to be the government to tell us you can't do this for everyone to make a change. To be fair, they could because they've just told everyone put your mask on, and every single person put their mask on.
Like
they told everyone. We're don't be saying that on
shit.
here, man. Why are you doing that?
We went down it.
No, you went down it. You went down it. I didn't. You did.
You just can't talk about this sort of shit.
He's got to stay over there and behind the camera because
I nearly got into it as well.
But like the petrol. Oh, we're gonna have
That's
no
so
food in the supermarket.
fucked.
People just watch the news and just act fucking stupid. Like, just use a bit of your own brain. And why don't the government just come out and do something useful and be like, do you know what? Yeah, the science. We're just gonna go off what the science says, and the science is saying we're killing the planet.
But you got to remember,
We need to stop a load of flights that are not filling up, or we need to stop this, or we need to stop taking private jets for bullshit reasons. We need to stop. Maybe if you live within a mile of your school, you need to walk. If you live within a mile within your job, you need to walk, or get a bike or something like this. Make bikes cheaper. I don't know.
Well, you've got them electric scooters now.
But shit like that, you can't be like. But you're saying plastic straws and all of this, like. You're going around the problem.
Yeah, but this is
petty shit.
Yeah, but this
bruv.
is where we could have. This is where you could. This is where the argument lays. Yeah. Okay, we're doing well in our country for recycling this, that. You got other countries like Thailand and that where they're just burning plastic. They don't care. Like,
Yeah, think how small England is.
yeah, like
it's true.
we can make a change here. Yeah, we can obviously do our part,
But that's not going to change anything else.
It's the worldwide, man, and unfortunately, everyone's wild.
Everyone has to be on the same page. Like, look at Brazil. Were they not burning all their forests down? Or
Yeah.
something like that. And look how much.
Don't they reckon that we're losing like a football pitch worth of trees in the Amazon like every 7
Something
seconds?
like
or
that.
something?
They have reserved. I know they have. Well, I was watching something the other day, and they have reserved a lot. Because a lot of it's like palm oil trees and
It's
stuff.
for peanut butter and that,
Yeah,
and for like when they put it, they put palm oil in peanut butter.
yeah, and that's
that
not
bad
good
for you?
Yeah, palm oil is not good. for
I bet
you
it
at
clogs
all.
your body up,
Yeah,
man.
you don't want to. If you got things with palm oil in it, you want to stay away.
Is that what you?
Well,
That'd be like your fitness
Yeah,
tip?
yeah.
people?
Stay away from palm oil.
Why
You're
palm
big
oil?
into your diet and stuff like that.
What's wrong with palm oil? Because I'm actually eating that whole earth peanut butter now. You know, the whole earth organic peanut
Apparently
butter.
it's not
like
good
that?
for your
Yeah,
arteries.
because I've
and
stopped
that.
eating stuff with palm oil.
Have you?
Oh, not because
But
of
they say
health benefits.
peanut. What they say?
So I was trying to
going
save
off
the trees,
studies
man.
and that.
I was trying to save the trees.
Peanut butter's not actually that good for you either. Like almond butter's better for you, or cashew nut butter.
No, but
'cause
this whole
with
earth organic peanut butter
Yeah,
is...
but with peanut, no, it's banging. But the problem is peanuts cause inflammation to your body. Depends how much deep you want to go into it. But peanuts do cause us like naturally to have like a inflammation effect to it. So
Yeah.
when you do have it, your body will straight up. It's not bad if you're having it in moderation. Then yeah, fair enough. But there's better nut oils,
Alternatives.
Nut butter. Yeah, there's better nut butters. But obviously that's like how far you want to get into like dieting and stuff like that. Not dieting, but bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but each to their own. Just don't overeat. Don't eat too much.
Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation. I think that I think that's just the way as well. I think like nowadays we're getting so mad on like this is this and like that because everyone at the minute it's like everyone's like, oh, it shouldn't even be called a diet. It should just be like a lifestyle change. It's a lifestyle, just a lifestyle thing. Like
That's true, isn't it?
Yeah, because
Everyone's so hung up on that diet.
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 Because when
No, it's
you,
just a
I've made
lifestyle.
this mistake loads of times. When you're like that, it's just like, oh, it's like a chore, and then like you will probably end up binging out. You want to just try, be flexible. Maybe okay, I'm gonna cut down on the sugar. I'm not gonna have too much of this. Try and make yourself full up with whole foods, maybe more vegetables, more protein. Something's a bit more gonna keep you fuller. Yeah, you're not gonna have good days. You're gonna have bad days, but that's like you said. Like, look at all the people you interview, and they have good days, they have bad days. It's exactly the same for yourself. Show
That's
yourself
true,
some
actually.
love. You know what I mean?
That's fucking. I've never.
And
thought
everyone's different as well. Everyone, like, you know what I mean? You have to find what works for you, because someone could say, yeah, this and that. And you might watch people online, they're saying this and they're saying that. But that works for them. You have to find what works for you.
Everyone's body's different.
Yeah,
Everyone's digestion is different.
100%.
So no, that's good. That's good to end.
Yeah, I ended it. I like that. That's
that was
quality
good.
from you on the spot. I like
But,
that. Rain segment went.
Rain segment. But
We should end it on a quote. You know what? I found a quote I was reading in the morning, you know. This
Go
is
on.
by Martin Luther King.
Shoot.
If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep it moving forward.
that's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Martin Luther King.
And I got that just that little bit there you got about the health and that, because
You know, it's
I was dieting and it is like a chore. I actually lost weight because I think even I put on a bit of weight than at one point. Do you remember?
That was a while ago. Yeah, you look really
And I-
rectangle.
And I lost like I think I lost about half a stone. And I was basically just not doing it right. Literally starving. Like I'd be starving and just not eating. Like I was eating one meal a day. I wouldn't eat breakfast. Then work the whole day at work. Don't eat lunch. Just eat dinner.
we get so caught up as well in life. Like,
And I was so caught up in that dieting thing. And I was but then if you do it, if you just look at it more of like a lifestyle change, and it's not a chore.
Yeah, like all you can do is you're like, okay, we're gonna have McDonald's. Like, all right, but what's your alternative? What can I have instead of having a McDonald's? It's like I
Yeah.
said to Dad in the morning when we went for a walk. Like, we live in such a fast-paced life at the minute. Everything's go, go, go. Everything's like quick. Everyone
If you
wants-
want it, you get it
Yeah,
straight away.
everything's like quick, and we don't like show what can I say, like love for ourselves. We don't slow things down.
We don't have enough time
we
for
forget
ourselves.
about this simplicity. It's meant to be simple. We just overcomplicate everything. Everything we watch at the minute is like overcomplicated, and it fries us because it's so like the internet's here. You got YouTube, you got this, you got that. When we need to just remember, like, go back in time and think how simple it was. That's why back in your nana generation or your dad when they were growing up and that, they had things better than us than we got. Yeah, okay, we're technology advanced, but that can be so bad as well. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
constant.
there's benefits, man. It's like even going for a walk. Go out there and go for a walk. You've seen it through COVID, man. Get out your house. You know what I mean? But
There we
that's
go.
enough of my rant.
Love that.
That's brilliant. I like that.
I did like that. Yeah, I did like that.
But that's season
That's
one done.
season 1 wrapped up.
We'll see the people in a few weeks.
But it's when your boy.
Yeah, I think it'll be the 23rd. We'll be back Wednesday the 23rd.
Wednesday the 23rd.
So we should be back then. That'll be Tyce's one, and that'll be right before her fight.
Yeah, so it works out well.
It does work out well.
Oh, that's a brilliant podcast.
Yeah, that is a
Big
really
up to
good
you, yeah. It's
podcast.
just,
She was good.
I actually like that one. I don't know why. I was just so surprised. I was surprised. You know what I mean? I just didn't think. Like, you just don't think.
Yeah.
And you know what the good thing is? It's a girl.
Yeah, it is.
Like, who else? What other women?
Cora's really excited for that.
Is she?
Yeah.
No, I think a
it's
lot
a
of girls
female,
are.
innit?
I think a lot of girls are.
I think it's good though,
Because of the
it's
baby
giving,
and that, and
yeah.
what they want to know about
and
that.
that just shows you, like, yeah. Well, we're not going to go into that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
won't go into detail, but
You could just break them down. Innit?
but I'd just like
I
to
love
thank
it.
if you're even still watching, I'd like to thank all the guests that have come on and helped
Yeah.
us out and reposted, and everyone reposting, everyone liking, and people subscribing, and people even coming
Just
up to us
tuning
and
in.
saying like well done and whatever, and
Yeah,
commenting
yeah.
or whatever. Like, I'm just grateful for everyone, so thank you, and we hope you've enjoyed the season. Let us know some of your best bits down below, and
We'll see you on season 2.
yeah, we'll see you on season 2. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Peace.
Peace, baby.